Welcome to Big Rob's Odd Pod,
You think I give a fuck about Ice Spice?
your home for the real news, with none of that bullshit you see on CNN and Fox.
Derek Chauvin finally got stabbed.
With everyone's favorite grade A D-bag, and your host, Big Rob.
Meanwhile, you're stuffing your face yourself with a Twinkie.
This is Big Rob's Odd Pod.
I hate every single one of you, and I hope you die tomorrow. We are back. Brand new episode of Big Rob's Odd Pod here. I'm your host, Big Rob. This week, we're bringing to you a little breakdown of Apple's Vision Pro. I'm going to basically kind of try and educate all of you simpletons as to why this is a completely fruitless and useless piece of garbage $3,800 pair of weird ski goggles, okay? So what I wanted to do now is I'm going to kind of delve into the little guided tour that they made for the Apple Vision Pro. And we're going to take a little look-see and see how ridiculous the whole goddamn shenanigans are. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Alessandra. And
Hey,
I'm
Alessandra.
here to tell you about Apple Vision Pro.
Apple Vision Pro.
The best way to truly experience Vision Pro is to try it yourself.
What happened to the days where we would put the hottest woman in these videos? What happened to that? Maybe I would have bought it then.
Let's get started.
But no, people don't buy things on sex. No, now it's, the fatter you are, whatever.
When you put on
Okay, put the ski goggles on. Put the ugly ski goggles on.
everything in it.
Oh my God.
Can you see me?
I can see everything. I could see everything before I put the goggles on, idiot.
Is I can see you. I can see your eyes. And
She could see him.
Yeah.
What?
Let's explore how to
I could see him too. Look at this.
So this is the home view of Vision Pro. The home view is where you access all your
Let me tell you.
experiences.
Look at the home view. Look at the home view here. You know what's amazing? The home view looks like a phone. Okay, great.
Anytime you want to get back there, just simply reach up with your right hand and press the digital grill. Exactly. You navigate using your eyes, hands, and voice. You simply look at something
You look at something
and tap your fingers
and you
together.
tap your fingers together and you select it. Okay. Can I ask you guys a question? How do you select something on your phone? You look at it and you press it, right? Okay, let's keep going. Oh my God, he's seeing the photos right now. They're right there. You know what else is right there? My TV in the middle of my living room where this guy is currently sitting.
You'll notice that the room dims around the picture.
Oh my God, the room dims around the picture. I could turn the lights down.
And pinch and drag.
Just like this on my phone. Oh my God, it's literally a phone I strapped to my eyes for $3,500.
It's what you'd expect. Look where you want to zoom. Pinch your fingers together and pull both hands apart.
What? Oh, it's like I've never done that on every device they have. Okay, so this is just come on, man. Come on, man.
This is one of my favorite parts about Apple Vision Pro. There's an added dimension to them. You really have to experience it for yourself. It's almost like peering into a moment in time.
It's exactly like that.
How is it exactly like that?
Look at different angles. I can almost smell the smoke.
You can almost smell the smoke, except you can't smell it because you can't.
Vision Pro or with Apple Vision Pro. Alright, want to go to the movies?
Sure.
Open the TV app. You can actually navigate with your voice.
Okay.
Oh my God, I can do that with my phone too, right? You're saying this, you can, look, what's so cool? You can navigate with your voice. You can do that with every Apple product. If you couldn't, you'd be missing a feature. This isn't an added feature. Every single thing they've shown in this entire video so far is literally on every device they have. But it's not $3,800. And I don't have to have a fucking pair of ugly ass ski goggles strapped to a phone in my pocket to use it, okay? Ridiculous. Pull your phone out.
To go. It's almost like pulling on a piece of invisible string.
It's not. It's not at all like pulling on a piece of invisible string. This scrolling, right? That's the same thing. There's no difference. There's no difference. You're watching a movie. $3,500. I have a 65-inch TV, HD. I bought it for like $700. maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago. They're like $300 now. 65 inches. You go on a Black Friday. What are we talking about here? How have you managed to make a way to make a TV more expensive but sell it as if you don't need to buy a TV anymore? Yeah, because I just spent $3,800.
First, open mail. And you can place it wherever you want.
I could place it wherever I want.
Here.
Now, we're going to turn on some music. Go ahead and
Oh,
play some music.
yeah, and place it wherever you want, right? Oh my God, he has multiple screens open. Oh my God, he has multiple screens open. Do you know that you could set up a three monitor display? I mean, maybe you'd spend $500. Maybe. It's so crazy. You could build the craziest computer setup on the earth and not spend $3,800. The fact that this is being marketed as some marvel of technology is so indicative of the country that we live in, because I don't think Apple's dumb, and I think they could sell this, and I think they might be able to, even though it's completely pointless, worthless, and has no apps to back it up. So I honestly hope it flops. I really do. Now here's another issue, right? Here's another big issue, for me at least. They just put a chip in somebody's brain, okay? Elon, that autistic freak, just put a chip in someone's brain. We might be like 5 years from not even needing the headset. And this is the time you pick, after everybody else has already been establishing everything, to like shove your way in for a headset that's more than 7 times the price of what, like the Quest Pro or whatever. And the Quest sucks too. So you're trying to upcharge people to a level that is just absolutely putrid, okay? And I can't really understand how anybody other than the extremely rich could afford something like this. And even if they did, I really have a hard time believing it wouldn't be like one of those Christmas gifts. You need it, you get it, and then you use it for a week and you never use it again. Ever. There's not even games. Half of the VR market is built around gaming and half of it is around production. Meta tried to peddle out their own version of this, and I believe it was like half the price, and it completely flopped, and they basically just got away from it. How now you're gonna walk in here and just take everybody's money and peddle some complete piece of garbage? Because realistically, let's be honest here too. How many issues do you think they're gonna have with this first headset for $3,800? How many issues? No apps to go with it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's gonna flop. Let's be real. And I'm going to go to the Apple store. I'm going to use it. I'm going to be like, oh, this is kind of cool. This is neat. I'm just going to kind of go over the specs of it so that we can understand how ridiculous all of this really is, right? So you go to the capacity first. They have 3 options: 256 gigabytes, 512, 1 terabyte. Now, that's not strange. What's strange is that you don't get it at the standard price point of, I think, $3,500 before tax. So I could go buy a car, or I could buy the base model of the Apple Vision Pro. And if I want to go up to the terabyte, to the 512, whatever, I got to pay even more money. It's insane. It's ludicrous, okay? So let's keep going. 23 million pixels, 3D system, micro OLED. None of this is new. Okay, you need groundbreaking for you to charge $3,500 damn dollars. That's it. It's what it is. Okay, let's keep going. Let's take it down a notch, Big Rob. Maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something. By the way, it's corded. There's a cord on it. Okay, so I can't just walk around my house. It's attached to something. It's tethered. Ridiculous. $3,500, $3,800. I can't even just walk around. It's ridiculous. Supported refresh rates, 90 hertz, 96 hertz, 100 hertz. Supported playback, 24 FPS and 30 FPS. You're not even able to push 60 FPS on this. It's just blowing my mind. 2 chips in it. It's got an 8-core GPU or CPU, a 10-core GPU, a 16-core neural engine, a 16 gigabyte ununified memory, and a 12 millisecond photon to photon latency with the R1 chip. Okay, again, none of this is new. None of this is a step up. And again, it's tethered. Okay? People were balking at the PSVR 2's price, and it was like $500. Tethered. Can play full PS5 games. Like it's just crazy. This is crazy. It's just another example of Apple absolutely just drawing every last dollar out of their consumer base. Now, I know it's funny. You think about it, right? I have 2 Apple products here, as well as an iPhone, but I don't buy anything new because I'm not a peon. I'm not a dumbass. So what I decide to do is I go buy something on the secondhand market where it's barely used. My laptop I got with like 100 battery cycles on it, $800, brand new. This thing was like $2,100 in the store. You know, when it was sold, it's a little bit outdated now, but the thing works fine. And from everything that you hear, some of their newer laptops they're like some of the worst laptops they ever had. I remember I got the desktop, a brand new desktop. It was the last time I ever bought something brand new from Apple. I bought a brand new 2020 fully loaded iMac Pro, and it was slower than my 2012 fully loaded MacBook Pro. It was slower. I would have lag on it all the time. And I had sold my MacBook Pro to buy this new iMac. Biggest mistake I ever made in my entire life. And after I bought that iMac, I would never buy another thing from Apple, brand new, ever again. Because it's all BS. And they're overcharging you and they're trying to rob you, okay? I got the iPhone 14 Pro Max or whatever it was, $500. $500. 98% battery health on Facebook Marketplace. And you know what the guy did? He had upgraded. And he told me he regretted upgrading, but he already did it, so now he's trying to sell it on Facebook. So there you go. So let's keep going. The camera. Nobody cares about the camera. Nobody cares about you're not taking pictures with a pair of ugly ski goggles on your face, all right? Okay. So stereoscopic 3D main camera system, spatial photo and video capture, 18 millimeter, focal length of 2.0 with an aperture, a 2.0 aperture. 6.5 stereo megapixels. I don't even know what the hell that means. They're just throwing stuff in here basically to confuse you and make it sound new and fantastic when it's not. Keep going. 2 high resolution main cameras. 2? This is gonna lose your hands like crazy, okay? Like crazy, man. It's got a LiDAR system, true depth camera, 4 eye tracking cameras. Let me understand this. So now you're putting LiDAR into a headset that's going to go in somebody's home. So now what? The FBI can map out the entire interior of your house. They already can do that, but now they can do it with LiDAR. Oh, amazing. Flicker sensors, ambient light sensors. None of this matters. This is just what you should just know. This is what's in it. Okay. Iris-based biometric authentication. So now they're scanning your eyeballs. Okay, and now they could just manufacture that at any point. They can manufacture, put it into something, and now they have a database of every single person who buys this iris. Okay, it's the same thing with the phones. They put the camera, you scan your eye, you put your fingerprint on it. They're just collecting biometric, pieces of the biometric files on every single one of us until they know everything about us, and they could just manufacture us. They could make us in like a digital world that could pass a fingerprint reader, that could pass an iris scan. It's just crazy. Stop. Just no. Okay. Optic ID is encrypted and accessible only to a secure enclave processor. Right, until it's not secure, right? Like that one time where they forced an update to everybody's Apple devices because they messed up from a security standpoint, right? Okay, but that'll never happen here. That won't happen here, right? Okay, got it. Audio technology, here's the thing. Up to 2 hours. The battery life is 2 hours. Okay, so for $3,500, I could buy a smartphone, a smart TV, a computer, and all of them would last longer. And I'd have 3 screens, right? Because the whole thing they're trying to pitch to you here is that it's all inclusive. You can work between devices, and then you can make screens in the sky, and blah, 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 blah. but I could just buy all of your best products for less money. Do you understand what I'm saying here? It's insane. Not to mention the fact that there's going to be such a drought, if you will, of products and applications to go with this thing, this monstrosity of ugly ski goggles that they want you to strap to your face hole. Okay, there's not even going to be anything there for it at launch. Nothing. Okay, yeah, maybe they'll have some proprietary things, whatever, blah, 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 blah. You're not going to get like every single app that's on the App Store. It's going to take forever to cultivate a market for this device. And the other thing too is that since it's going to be such a small base of users in the preliminary stages, nobody will be able to justify the cost sink to make something for this pair of goggles. So that's the other thing too, just like PSVR 2, right? PSVR 2 sold a ton, but not enough. And now there's developers who don't want to really make anything for it because there's not a big enough user base. This is a $3,800 piece of equipment with nothing to back it up other than a product base, right? And half the time, you're going to be using it and just going, why am I wearing this? Because I could just look at my own screens. And it only lasts 2 hours anyway, so I'm constantly taking it off, blah, 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 blah. It's just crazy. It can be used while charging the battery. That's cool, right? No, come on, man. Let's miss me with this. So, Bluetooth 6.3, Wi-Fi 6, whatever. Just to kind of really like delve into the problems with this country, right? One of the biggest issues that I have is like the major tech companies, right? Like the big four, and you got Apple, Intel, Meta, Nvidia, all these people. Their stock prices are going through the roof on the assumption that all of them are investing in future technology such as VR and AR, etc., AI. The problem is that it's yielded nothing yet. So their stock values are skyrocketing on the back of nothing. It's only the thought that maybe in the future something will end well. You know what I mean? And the major problem is that they're all competing together and they can't all win. So the most realistic concept is either that an out-of-nowhere company will come in and just destroy everybody, or they'll all kill each other and destroy each other's values. But the biggest issue, okay, is that they've done nothing with this stock valuation. There's nothing to back it up other than consumer expectations. You know what I mean? So this is going to come crashing down at some point. Let's just be real about it. It is, because there's nothing to there's nothing to substantiate these valuations. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And you have people like Apple, they're losing profit like almost every year over year, but somehow their valuation keeps going up because, again, it's all expectations and hypotheticals about, well, they'll eventually this, that, blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. We gotta really rein it in, okay? The AI thing, ChatGPT, blows up. Well, how has nothing happened since that? It's been years since that whole craze happened. I haven't seen it. I just haven't seen it. And I'm not saying that somebody won't end up making very good use of this like bubble, basically, but most of them will not. So be very careful. Be trepid. Utilize trepidation for good, okay, for good. And invest in things that have value, not just, people's expectations, funding the entire thing. Anyway, I just think it's disgusting the way that this country operates at this point. We got people who are on food stamps. We got 12 million people who are starving, and Apple's trying to shove a $3,800 headset that does everything that your phone and iPad and Mac already do for triple the price to people who have so much money they don't know what to do with it. And that's a big issue to me. With all that being said, we're going to wrap it up here. We're at about the 20-minute mark, and, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I love you all. Obviously, by now. That's a joke. I hate every single one of you, and I hope you all die tomorrow. Peace.
This is Big Rob's Odd Pod.
I hate every single one of you, and I hope you die tomorrow.